I tore my shoulder and really thought I was going to need surgery on my shoulder because I had surgery on it about 15 years ago. Again, in a casual setting, I just sort of mentioned it to my chiropractor, and about 2 minutes of adjusting my elbow and my wrist and my shoulder, again, over 90% of the pain and discomfort was gone, and within another 2 or 3 days, I was totally fine. And just yesterday, I woke up in the morning, and for no reason, my finger and part of my hand was completely numb, and I thought I fell asleep on it. But as the day progressed, I realized that it wasn't that, because it kept nagging me, and then this finger started to go numb, and part of my other hand started to go numb. And I couldn't quite figure out what was wrong, and I just mentioned it to my chiropractor, and he adjusted my fingers and my wrist and my elbow and my shoulder, and almost instantly, the discomfort and pain was gone, and again, within about 15 minutes, I was totally fine. If you've been led to believe that the only answer to eliminate pain and discomfort is surgery, then do yourself a huge favor and try chiropractic first. You'll be so thankful that you did.
As a 3-time Olympian in the sport of luge, I've taken hundreds of crashes at speeds of over 80 miles an hour. Chiropractic was the only thing that got me out of pain and back to competing at a high level of performance.
Be the best you can be. A magnificent smile in 1 hour, and it lasts for years. Now that's value. Brightening smiles to brighten lives is the unique and only purpose of this company. Bright Smile, the professionals.
Oh, wow. Those look great.
Time to sparkle. Time for your brightest smile in just 1 hour with Bright Smile.
That's amazing.
Wow. It's painless, it's fast, it's easy.
If you're serious about your smile, you owe it to yourself to make one call to Bright Smile now and learn why Bright Smile may be the best investment you can make in yourself.
No more yellow.
It's worth it. It is the best.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, yeah. Call today for free information on how to get your brightest smile with Bright Smile.
We're proud of what we do, and we think you'll be impressed by your magnificent smile. Call Bright Smile now. We guarantee you it's worth one call before you invest even a penny in any other whitening product. We won't let you down.
Welcome back. I'm Johnny Bench. Our host is doing an interview where she is investigating why chiropractic has become so popular, and she is finding out why chiropractic is being used by thousands of professional and Olympic athletes. Let's go hear the next part of the interview now.
Doctor, we just had a trivia question that said, are headaches caused by a lack of Tylenol or aspirin? Obviously, that's not true, right?
That's correct. That's not true. If that was the case, I think we'd, a person would stop taking the Tylenol or get enough Tylenol, the headaches would just go away forever.
Yeah.
But that's not the case. And
do you see a lot of patients who suffer with chronic headaches in your practice?
I do see a lot of that. And I think this day and age, the type of technology that we have and the stresses that we have in our lives, what ends up happening is we see a lot of patients that have headaches, and primarily a lot of them are stress related and really come from the upper part of their neck, because the nervous system has to process all that information, and over time, as they build that tension, they'll get tension in the shoulders, and then eventually over time they'll cause some pressure on the nerves in this part of the neck, and they may cause some headaches in the back, or might even sometimes end up with some migraine type headaches and stress related headaches. Those are pretty common. You see that a lot.
Yeah, and certainly chiropractic is an excellent way to alleviate those issues and problems.
Oh, absolutely, because if it's being caused by any issues with the spine, especially in the upper part of the neck, as we gently adjust that spine and take the pressure off that nervous system. Now keep in mind, your nervous system is king. I mean, that's what runs the show.
Yeah.
And so it's like garbage in, garbage out. When you have so much stress in our lives, our brain has to process that and it's difficult doing that. And then what that ends up doing is causes tension to build in our muscles, because muscles are pretty stupid. They only know one or two things to do: contract and relax.
Right.
And when you're always contracted, your muscles will contract that way too, and then it'll cause your vertebrae to get out of alignment, cause more pressure on the nervous system. So as we gently adjust those vertebrae in the spine, many times, those patients' headaches start to dissipate.
And you certainly see in your practice people that come in and say, I've got chronic neck pain, I've got chronic headaches. I pop Tylenol constantly, and then all of a sudden, after seeing you, it's completely gone.
Oh, it absolutely is. I could just think about a patient that gave me a testimonial just last week, matter of fact.
Really?
She came in, and she didn't come in for a headache and never told me she even had a headache.
Right.
Her lower back started getting better, and she just told me, Doc, I just got to tell you, it's been about, I didn't pay any attention to this, but it's been about 8 weeks or 9 weeks, and I'm not taking a single pain med for my headaches. And my headaches are gone, and I never even told you about it.
Yeah.
I see stories like that all the time, absolutely.
Let's talk about low back pain for a moment. What do you do to help people who suffer with low back pain? I know it's horrific if you have that problem.
That's a big problem in our society, because you see your biggest vertebrae are down here, and that's where a lot of nerve action and function is down in here. And just our daily lifestyle, how we sit, how we stand, how we walk, and golfing. I mean, there's so many repetitive activities that tend to cause stress or tension to build up in our lower back. Right. And many, many times when that happens, these vertebrae get out of alignment, they get misaligned, they can actually cause pressure on the nerves,
right.
And then in essence that can start having some problems. And some end up with having some disc issues too. That can also result in a combination of a disc problem and also a combination of a joint problem in causing pressure on the nerve.
And it could be anything literally that can put your back out of alignment. I mean, I know once I went in my car to grab a bag of groceries out of the back seat, totally innocuous, everyday task, and I literally was on the floor in my house for 3 days and couldn't move.
Sure, and I'm glad you brought that up, because a lot of times patients will tell me, I wasn't doing anything except just bent down and whammo, my back gave me this pain.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't the act of you bending down at that time that caused that back problem. What it is this insidious, is because the things we do in our life that put stress into our spine, that causes alignment problems that are very silent. Because I use the 90-10 rule. When you have a misalignment or subluxation that has a pressure on your nerve, only about 10% of the time you're going to get messages from that.
Right.
So when you have enough damage done, all it takes is for you to just bend forward just a little bit, and you've got this acute low back pain issue that didn't happen at that time. It was just waiting to become a problem for you, and now now your body's telling you, hey, there's something seriously wrong here. We need to do something about it.
Let's talk about auto accidents. How critical is it to see a chiropractor if you've been in an auto accident, even if it was a low impact crash?
Okay, I think it's very important to do that, because let's take that for a second.
Sure.
Because we'll go back to the spine again. So even a low impact accident, think about the weight of the cars. They're pretty heavy. And so you get impacted. Well, there's a force that is applied after that impact that will go through your car and through you, and through your spine, and could cause an alignment issue that you may not even be aware of, because their spine has supporting structures like ligaments, and then there's tendons that hold those muscles together, and you could have actually caused an injury to that. So more often than not, many times patients will say, hey, you know what, I never really, when I had that accident, I didn't feel a whole lot. And like 10 days later, 2 months later, all of a sudden they're having some neck issues. So I always tell patients in an auto accident that, hey, if you're in an auto accident, come in and see me. Let's make sure that you did not cause any damage to your spine. And if you did, let's work on correcting it as quickly as possible so it doesn't become a problem in the future.
I've got about 30 seconds left before I need to take a break. I want to definitely offer or mention that you offer free consultation.
Yes.
And something else you're doing a lot now is you're working with golfers, and you just started a website. I've got it up here, worthingtongolfswingsolutions.com.
Oh, absolutely. Being a golfer myself, though not a great golfer, not a good one, but I love playing golf. But I also know that golf can affect your lower back.
Right.
I also know mechanics can affect how your swing can be affected, including affecting your distance, including affecting your accuracy, and also lower back issues too. So we look at a golfer as a whole, and we take a look at how their spine, their structure is functioning, how the muscles are functioning, and then I design a program to help improve that. And not only that, to help improve their function. And if that golfer is looking to improve their golf game, we might have a solution for them.
They need to come and see you.
Absolutely.
Excellent. Okay, we're going to take another break and hear a little bit more from Johnny Bench.
If you are suffering with any type of pain and are looking for a natural way to correct it without using medications or surgery, then you need to call the number at the bottom of the screen and make an appointment for a checkup. Doctors of chiropractic have special training at treating most types of pain in your body. When we come back from our break, we will talk about what kinds of pains can be caused by misaligned vertebra, and we will continue to talk about why chiropractic has become